gentlemen, podcasting since 2005. You're listening to Gamertag Radio with your hosts, podcaster Hall of Famer Danny Pena, the always opinionated Paris Lilly, and from outside of the norm, Peter Toledo. This is Gamertag Radio.
Welcome to Gamertag Radio, episode 1212. This is your host, Danny Pena, and I just got back from the craziest weekend in a very, very long time. Went to Summer Game Fest. Went there, got to play a lot of games, and got to see people. I did an interview, which I'm going to play here on this episode of Gamertag Radio with Capcom about Street Fighter 6. So stay tuned for that. And the next day, I went with Paris and a couple of my friends. We went to the Xbox and Bethesda Games Showcase. That was streamed all over the web. Great conversation there. Got to see Phil, Sarah Bond, Aaron Greenberg, the whole Xbox team over there. And I had a conversation with Paris after the showcase, and I'm going to play that also here on Gamertag Radio, this episode. Sorry, I haven't really been posting a lot the podcast. I've been super slammed with work, and also it was very tiring going to these events. And again, we haven't been in an event like this in 3 years, I believe, or so. So yeah, we did a lot, and by the time it was done, I was already like super tired, you know, and I even lost my voice for about 2 days or so. In the future, we're planning to sit down and just talk about the game showcase and the Summer Game Fest overall. We're just going to talk about it with the crew here. I'm going to have Paris on the next episode. But stay tuned. We're gonna talk about it. But in the meantime, we're gonna play the interview, Street Fighter 6. I have also our discussion about the showcase. In the last part of the episode, I'm gonna play a review that I recorded with my brother Nano, and it's about the DX Racer Air series. We talked about the chair and our thoughts about it, so we're gonna play that at the end of the episode. So before we head out, head over to gamertagradio.com, post your comments and feedback. Listen to our past episode. Or you can find us on any podcast app. Just search for Gamertag Radio. And once you find us, make sure to just follow us, subscribe, and spread the word about the show. Plus, post your review. It will help us out a lot to get discovered. So make sure to do that. All right. Now, if you would like to be part of our fan mail segment or episode, here's how you could contact us.
Send us your feedback or questions. Give us a call at 786-273-7GTR. Email us at fanmail@gamertagradio.com or leave a message on speakpipe.com/gamertagradio.
All right, so let's play all the content that I recorded from the event and also the review at the end. Enjoy.
You're listening to Gamertag Radio.
Yeah, so I'm here at Summer Game Fest, and first of all, I got to play Street Fighter, the new Street Fighter 6, and wow, the game is freaking amazing. But we have Jackie here from Capcom. Jackie, would you like to introduce yourself?
Of course. Hi, I'm Jackie. I'm actually Senior Brand Manager over at Capcom USA, representing Street Fighter, and excited to talk to you about Street Fighter 6 today.
Yeah, and people are very excited. The line is pretty good right there, right? Everybody's excited to try out the game for the first time. Yeah.
It is exhilarating after all the hard work from the development team and even the US team themselves, putting all of this together, and then just right after the Guile trailer, you know, the day before, and our announcement trailer last week, everyone's just excited to get hands-on. No one expected we would actually have a demo ready by then, but I mean, here we are.
That was a huge surprise, by the way. So what makes this different than the previous Street Fighter games?
With Street Fighter 6, we're here to kind of push the boundaries in the fighting genre and actually redefine what makes a fighting game, right? For us, it's not just that, innovative, gameplay, new features, elevated features, even from, familiar, kind of modes, but even just like that elevated visuals, like you saw with powered by the RE engine. We did a little teaser back in February, and I think another difference with this game as well is that Street Fighter 6 is meant to be played by all. We want everyone to enjoy it, which is why we have the inclusion of both classic and modern control schemes. So we just feel like everyone has new ways to play and new aspects to kind of feel involved with this game.
Yeah, that's good because it feels like you really want to open up for everyone, right? There's people that just love the classic controllers, but
yes.
How complicated is the new controllers compared to like the classic controller?
The bigger difference is just simpler inputs. So instead of trying to memorize complicated combos, exact timings, you're able to actually still have that hands-on experience, interactive experience without kind of that button mashing. And I think a lot of people feel a bit overwhelmed when they start, getting into fighting games. And now that they have that simpler input, people are able to hop on day one, and this is their first time, with a fighting game, that they're able to actually play back. They're able to block. They're able to kind of, produce the Hadoken, iconic Ryu move. And it's exciting to see people who are, coming back from like the Street Fighter 2 days, playing against people where they're like, this is my first time, and they're having an actual match. And that's exactly what we wanted to have that experience embody.
And one thing that stood out to me, because I'm a huge hip hop fan, the music, even from the trailer, is that also in the game of like the new music? It feels very different compared to like the previous Street Fighter games.
Yes, there's definitely a lot more hip-hop aesthetics and elements to this game. And it's almost like we're kind of going back to our roots, right? We've always had a history with, hip-hop, working with hip-hop artists, and we just felt like that is just try and true to kind of go all in with the aesthetics and even the music behind that for this title.
Yeah, and it's funny you mentioned that because years ago, this is way back, I went to E3 and I went to the Capcom booth, and it was Raekwon for Wu-Tang Clan. He was there. I think he was working on the mixtape for one of the Street Fighter games, I remember. So I was like, that's pretty cool. You guys are still bringing it back, man. So what else you can tell us about the playable characters is in here? I know Ryu, Chun-Li. Who's the other two we could talk about?
Yeah, so we actually now are at our fifth, at announcement. We, of course, introduced our, the core, members, which is, Ryu, Chun-Li, as well as Guile. And then we entered into the fold the new characters. Luke was actually introduced in Street Fighter V, the tail end of Season 5 Pass. So he's the, new protagonist of this game. He's going to be a pretty huge feature for this title. Yeah. And then you also have Jamie. This is his debut in the announcement trailer, and people have been dying to know more about him. He kind of has that kind of drunken fighting style mixed in with breakdance fighting almost.
Yeah, that's right. Is that one of your favorite characters you think in these?
Getting hands on with each of the characters, they all have their kind of unique movesets. I would have to say Jamie's is really fun, and I know you only got to play the game a little bit, but hopefully if you're able to get back on board on the demo, you'll get to see that not only are there like elements, especially with the new battle mechanics, the drive system that are incorporated, but he has his own kind of mechanics that are unique to himself.
Yeah, I know it's not playable here, but I know there was like the tour that they show in the trailer. What is that exactly? If you're allowed to talk about that.
Of course.
Yeah.
So with announcement, we kind of went all in. Street Fighter 6, again, we were trying to push those boundaries. We're trying to put something new out there for the fighting game genre. And for us, we felt like it would be a disservice to only focus on just fighting grounds.
Yeah.
Street Fighter 6 embodies three major pillars, which is World Tour Mode, Fighting Grounds, and Battle Hub. So we thought, let's just put all our cards out. Let's just show what truly defines 6, and then we'll deep dive for later. Now, for World Tour Mode, what I can say is it's a single-player immersive experience where players are going to be able to interact in the Street Fighter universe with a playable avatar. So we can't wait to even dive more deeper into those details in the future. And then we also have Battle Hub, which is more of our visual lobby where you can kind of communicate, engage, and interact with world warriors from around the world. So what we love about this is that even though they're three separate pillars, they all connect to each other.
And how I know you guys are going to focus a lot also on esports. That's like the big thing for, especially from the fighting scene. there's also, and I believe I got this, I'm not 100% if I got this right, but there's also people that are commentators in the esports scene that are also involved with this too.
That
this
is
project?
correct.
Oh, so I was right.
I'm so
Okay.
glad you. Yeah. So following the announcement trailer, we also revealed our real-time commentary mode, and so this is where, as you know, like with Street Fighter, we also have a very active esports program. We have Street Fighter League, we have Capcom Pro Tour. That's really been supporting our community throughout all the years. And so behind that is tournament organizers and commentators and players themselves. And so we just felt like with this new evolution of Street Fighter, we feel like they have to be involved and participate. And so we thought, why not emulate that real-time kind of esports match by incorporating these guys as voice actors? So when you're fighting against each other, you're fighting in a match, they're actually commentating just like it would be in a actual, like, almost championship, a top 8. You're feeling like you're part of the action.
Yeah, so it's like you're watching a stream, right? Like, and everybody that commentated the game, something like that. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Exactly.
And how was it working with the esports commentators? Like, to be part of this project, was that something that, I mean, it's very, very different for Camcom to do that, you know. So.
It was, but you know what? They have been so great to work with. I mean, we just, recently revealed Aru and Vicious, and there will be more to come. But with Vicious, he just felt like, wait a second, I get to actually be in my favorite video game. Like,
that is awesome.
He's just like, dream come true, I'm in. Like, he just heard like maybe 1 or 2 lines. He's like, I'm in. Yes.
And honestly, you guys are the first companies actually to do that, to actually work with the esports commentators to add them in the game. You know, that's never happened before. So I'm very glad to see that. Very glad.
Definitely a lot of great feedback, especially from the fighting game community.
They're gonna love this for sure.
Yes. So we definitely look forward to revealing more of who else we involved and who will involve more in Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, I know now in gaming nowadays, cross-play, cross-progression is something very, very important. Is that something we're going to get to see maybe in the game? Because it's also available on other platforms, or no?
You are correct. Street Fighter 6 is available on PlayStation, PC, and now Xbox. Family. We're back in there, so everyone's been really commenting on that, being like, yes. So we're excited. Now, as far as diving deep on cross-play, we'll definitely have more details on that coming soon.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anything else that we haven't talked about about the game that we're allowed to talk about, or no?
I think we covered most of the elements, but what I can say is that, again, we're so excited for any fan, even for first starting out. We're truly appreciative of everyone's, positive feedback and reception towards the game. Even people who haven't picked up Street Fighter since Street Fighter 2, to the people who just came onto the show floor and they're like, can I play too? I've never played a fighting game before. Everyone's invited. Our core audience, you're here to stay. We love you all.
How's it been the reaction with the Japanese developers? I know they're here. How's it been the reaction seeing people online getting excited because of the announcement, and also seeing people here lined up just to play the game at the event?
They are just so indescribably, like, without just having some words, that they're so happy to be here. They're so happy that the reactions that they took towards the years of development to create this game, everyone's reacting properly. Like I said, like having those first time players asking questions, going toe to toe with people that are like, ex esports players, getting involved, people that are, long time, fighting game aficionados, getting hands on and noticing all the little Easter eggs and little intricacies within the battle systems for them. Seeing that pure joy from everyone getting hands-on has been, for them being like, everything, all this hard work has been worth it. So well,
Jack, I just want to say thank you so much for the opportunity, and I can't wait for the full release of this game. I'm not a huge fighting fan, but I think I could get myself into this now even more. Once I got hands-on, I'm like, okay, I'm all in. So,
love it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's coming out in 2023, so we'll definitely have a lot more to release, but very excited to have you on board. Thank you so much for your time.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Cool.
This is Gamertag Radio. Voicemail at 786-2737-GTR.
All right, so we're live here at Xbox Fan Fest. Paris, your thoughts about Xbox Bethesda showcase?
I thought it was good. I thought it was solid. The main takeaway I took from this is they're only focusing over the next year, the next 12 months, and they showed us Redfall. and Starfield gameplay, which I think is extremely important, and the value of Game Pass. You're seeing all these titles that are going to be a part of Game Pass over the next 12 months. That's the whole point of it. There's a diverse lineup of games that you're going to be able to play over the next 12 months, and it's pretty exciting.
And we were both wrong for this year.
Well,
Fable and Avowed.
Right, because they did the 12 months, so which makes sense. Yeah, we're both wrong about that. So no Avowed, Fable, Hellblade 2, Perfect Dark, things like that we know are coming. That's the other, believe it or not, the other exciting part about it.
Yeah.
What they didn't talk about that you know is still coming. You know what I mean? They're only showing us until June of next year, and we're getting Starfield, which was very impressive. Just the scope of what Starfield is going to be really blew me away. Like, I'm sure there's going to be people that see some of the visuals and they're going to nitpick it. I don't need it to be the greatest looking game of all time.
No.
It looks good enough that you're getting this open galaxy exploration discovery game. You can go to all these different planets, but then you're getting the Todd Howard DNA RPG elements at the same time. The factions, the NPCs, the weapons. We saw some combat in there, all that. You can build your own ship. You can build your own outposts on these planets. All these different things you're going to be able to do in Starfield. As I'm watching it, I'm like, okay, I see why you delayed it.
I'm gonna take my time playing Starfield.
Yeah.
I know
Absolutely.
people are just gonna focus on maybe on the story and that's it. But I feel like the game is so large, so big that I could do side quests, upgrade my character, classes, and everything. So yeah, I love that they broke down everything, how to customize the character, story, worlds you were saying. So that was cool. And it's a single player experience. It's not gonna be multiplayer.
Yeah.
That's what we know right now, right?
But think about the one comparison that I know a lot of people are probably going to make is to No Man's Sky, because No Man's Sky has kind of built something similar.
Yeah.
But to me, this seems to be taking it, like I said, when you throw in the Bethesda, Todd Howard DNA RPG elements to it, that just takes it to another level, along with the planet discovery and the galaxy and the flying around the planet. Like, there's so many different things and activities you're going to be able to do in Starfield. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, so let's talk about a couple of surprises. Riot Games coming to Game Pass. All those games, League of Legends, Valorant. I've never played Valorant, but I want to try that out too. But also, Kojima also involved with working on this next game with Xbox. And I'm trying to think of other stuff that stood out to me. Cocoon looks very cool.
Cocoon, Lightfall,
very awesome.
another one.
Yeah. Redfall, we got to see gameplay on that. See, the thing I like about this showcase, it was like, 90 to 95% all gameplay presentation.
Yes.
And the part that I love about that is getting community feedback. It's everybody like, we need to see gameplay. And look, they took the feedback.
That's what they gave.
So I'm pretty impressed. What about you? There was anything like any surprises for you? And Persona on Game Pass.
Yeah.
Huge.
Yeah, getting Persona. I actually want to take it back to the Kojima thing, because I think the importance, like, of course, Kojima, visionary, he's going to make something amazing, but the fact that he wants to utilize cloud technology to create a brand new experience we've never had in game. That's the big thing to me that we need to take out of this. Is it's an exciting time. So to get someone like Kojima willing to take the risk, backed by the cloud tech that Microsoft has, with Azure, and obviously we know the cloud gaming stuff, but to create something new. That's what excites me. Like, we're going to get something that can't be replicated on local hardware with whatever he's going to kind of create, and hopefully it's a big success. And see other developers do that too. He's going to create this whole new genre that we don't even have right now.
Yeah.
So that really excited me.
Another game that stood out to me that I'm like, wow, I can play this. I can't wait to play this. Forza Motorsport.
Oh yeah, we can talk. Yeah, honestly, that was the most impressive thing I saw at the show. Was beautiful. That is a true next generation racing simulation.
Yeah.
I mean, we're getting ray tracing on the tracks. Like, the visuals are outstanding. Day-night cycle, just the level of detail that they're going into that they showed you, with fuel, the tires, obviously all the engine tuning that you're going to be able to do. And there's going to be all the vinyls, so you can do all your custom cars and all that as well. Very impressive.
Yeah,
very impressive.
I can't wait to try that. Also, I know there was announcements of like expansion packs, DLC for games that are already out now.
Yeah.
But I think the presentation overall to me was exciting for the future of Xbox. And all these games that they showed was from now to next year. Were there any other games that stood out to you?
Well, I lightly mentioned Lightfall. Lightfall was one that's interesting, and this is where, again, the value of Game Pass, the best value in gaming.
Yes.
I'm going to continue to say that. This is where Game Pass allows me to try out a game like Lightfall, where it seems to be part farming simulator, part Titanfall, part this RPG exploration game all at once. I'm interested in that.
Very interesting.
But maybe that's something I wouldn't necessarily go run out and buy. But it's on Game Pass, so now I can go try it.
And
Why
now,
not?
and the crazy part, Paris, is console, PC, now other devices, mobile.
Yes.
Us playing Samsung
Yes.
TV, the gaming hub. I think it's going to bring a lot of people into the.
And that's the
forget
point.
about the Xbox brand, but I'm talking more like gaming in general.
Yeah, and that's the
So-
thing people need to take away from this stuff. I know people like to pit Xbox against PlayStation and blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
It's about the services that are being created and allowing more people to play games. That's the whole point with this. Between, like we said, the cloud tech that powers a Samsung TV, or you can play on a mobile device. Obviously, Game Pass has an actual gaming subscription service to allow you access to all these different games. You are allowed multiple choices of hardware where you want to play. PC obviously is a big initiative for them as well. That's the point.
Yeah.
And we saw a glimpse of that today over the next 12 months. What was the thing? Day one on Game Pass, on Xbox, on PC, on cloud.
Hello, everyone. Danny live here at Summer Game Fest, and I have my beautiful wife,
Hello.
Brianna Manuel Pena. So, Ree,
Yeah.
I got to see you and Andrea
Yeah.
taking a couple games. What game stood out to you?
What stood out to me? I just played Star Trek, and that was actually really fun. It's a game made by former Telltale devs, and
Okay.
so it's definitely got a lot of that dialogue and decision-making flavor that we love from Telltale games, but set in the Star Trek universe. So there's a lot of politics and a lot of preventing war from breaking out, which is pretty cool. I loved Escape Academy.
I was about to bring that up.
Yeah.
A lot of people have been saying it's so much fun to play. So, explain how many people could actually play this? Like, this is like more than 2? Can you play 4, let's say, or what?
So I don't know the details, but you can definitely play at least 2. I played with Andrew and A. We were playing for What's Good Games, and it definitely feels like a video game version of an escape room. Everything is there. Like, they give you a pen and paper and say take notes and make sure that you're working together. There is a time aspect to it, so the pressure is definitely on to figure out all of these puzzles really, really quickly. And yeah, it was a lot of style and a lot of personality, and I enjoyed it a ton.
You know which game stood out to me so far for the whole show is Street Fighter 6.
I haven't played that yet.
Love Street Fighter 6. Oh my god. I've been using Ryu, and the good thing is you have an option to put classic control or modern control. So I've been using classic. I'm an old school guy.
So the modern control, is that the mechanic that makes it a little bit easier for people
makes
like
it a little
me
bit easier,
who
yeah.
aren't good at fighting games?
Yeah, try it out. Try both.
So how does that work?
Yeah, you could go when you select your character. You have the choice to pick that if you want. So, but one of the things that I was actually talking with a lot of peers about it. Like, are people going to take advantage of that? The classic players, modern players online or in tournaments. Tournaments, I don't know how they're going to work, but for online, you could do it in a way where playlists, only classic control, that type of thing. So you have the option. So I don't see any advantages if it's like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you can choose what pool you're in and who you're fighting against.
Yeah, there's 2 new characters. I believe 2 new characters in the demo that they have here, and Ryu and Chun-Li. So good. Classics. Yeah. Anything else to you stood up? Anything else?
Really, really loved Bear and Breakfast. It's a really cute game where you're a bear and you run a bed and breakfast. It's got a lot of humor in the writing, and there's puns, and I love my puns.
Yes.
And I really enjoyed the personality of that game as well. Lots of heart in that game. And, it's nice, it's cozy. You can just kind of sit back and relax and, chill out and play through that one. And I really, really enjoyed that. But there's so much more to play. There's a lot here.
Yeah, it's a lot. Look, it's a lot of games. And I just been talking to a lot of people today, so it's been great. So anything else?
No,
We're good? All right, everyone, we're out. Bye.
All right, so now we have my brother, Nano. Nano, what's up?
What is going on?
All the way from Miami, Florida, man. So a quick review here. I know DX Racer, the company sent us a new chair, right, from the Air series, I believe. And I know you've been testing it out now for over a week. And first thing first, how was the packaging on that?
It was heavy. You know what's funny? It got delivered to my neighbor's house. So when I got the notification, it says, delivered in your house. I look outside. I'm like, oh, man, it's not here. But you had to sign for it. Apparently somebody signed for it, and it was my neighbor. So I had to walk over, carry that box, which was 72 pounds, over to my house. I almost died half a block away.
Oh my God, it's that heavy, huh?
It was unexpectedly heavy, and the wind was pushing it, so it became like from a 70-pound box to 100 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
And I quickly realized how out of shape I was.
That is wild. That is wild.
But the
yeah,
packaging's nice. You know, it comes in a fairly large box. It's not like anything is boxed individually.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that comes in its own box is the attachments for the chair, a few of the bolts and nuts,
Mm-hmm.
and everything else is already pretty much assembled. The armrests are already attached to the main body of the chair. The only thing that you really have to attach is the back panel and the seat. So it's a really easy setup. Like I got it up in about 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes.
Oh yeah, I was gonna ask you like how long was it for you?
Yeah, it wasn't long at all. You know, just put it together. If you have somebody there to help you, because like I said, the box is heavy because the chair is heavy. It's a really well made product, so it's good materials, and it's something that you'd want help with, but you can't do it by yourself.
Okay. And how was like now you built it? You know, I know you play a lot of the PC games and everything. How was that after you got everything all set up and everything?
I used the chair for when did I get it? About a week and a half, right? It's been like a week and a half that I've had it.
Yeah.
And I've substituted my regular office chair for this, so I do all my gaming and my 8 hours a day working at my desk.
Mm-hmm.
It's good and bad at the same time. So I'm not a big dude at all, and my frame just fits this chair. You know, like since it has the hard plastic frame to the back.
Yes.
Somebody with a wider frame would probably bump into those curves that are on the side, and that could get uncomfortable. Like I found myself just fitting in this chair. So I don't know if you were a wider frame of a person.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a small guy, you know, I'm 150 pounds, 5'8", just a short dude. You may want to think about getting a different style chair. This Air Series, it's those, racing outlines. So it's really firm. It's really slimming to the chair.
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of just hugs my body just right. But the mesh feels great. A lot of air's flowing through it. I don't sweat as much while I'm sitting on it for long periods of time. Like I have my gaming sessions, when I play, it's a few hours. So I didn't get hot at all. I stayed really cool. If you have a cold room, you may want to think about wearing like a hoodie or something, because like a lot of air goes through this chair.
Yeah, that's a great thing to hear because look, you live in Miami, so the weather is pretty hot over there. So having a chair.
It does get warm. My computer gets warm since I have the side panel off of my PC.
Yeah.
So a lot of heat comes out of it when I'm, gaming for a long time. For anything over like 2 hours, it starts to get kind of warm.
Mm-hmm.
But this chair kept me cold all my gaming sessions.
Oh, nice. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good to hear. So, besides that, have you also tested like other people sitting to see if they like it or not, or what? Or was it just only you?
Yeah, the kids, my son who's 13 or 14 now actually.
Mm-hmm.
And my other son who's turning 11, he's 10. They both sat in the chair, but again, they're smaller frames, like they sat in the chair just fine. It has good lumbar support, and it's not something like in other chairs where it would be a pillow, like a lumbar pillow that you put on your lower back. This has a like plastic like a plastic frame in the back, and you can adjust it in height, and it's pretty firm. It's a good quality plastic, but sometimes I find it to be too firm.
Why is that?
It's because it is plastic and it's not a memory foam. There's no. It almost feels like it's hard. You have to get it in the right spot, and after that, there's not much more that you can do on the adjustment side of the firmness. Like sometimes I don't like a hard. Like something so stiff on my lower back.
Mm-hmm. No, that's good, man. That's good. And do you see yourself, using this for a very long time now that that you
Yeah,
got it?
I mean,
Yeah?
I'm probably gonna stick to this for gaming. Like I said, it has good support, and that stiff lumbar support is probably better for me when I holy crap when I do long sessions.
Mm-hmm.
The head cushion is a little bigger than I'm used to, but it fits right on the nape of my neck, so it gives me good support, and it's a little more difficult to adjust than like other chairs that have like little pillows that you can move around. The only way you could adjust the air cushion
Mm-hmm.
is through the back. There's 4 screws that you could kind of like knobs that you could turn and adjust the height of the air cushion depending on how tall you are. Again, I'm not a tall guy. I'm like, I'm barely pushing 5'9". So I have it at the lowest setting, which is the one that it came with. And the cushion itself, you can kind of adjust it a few notches, like pushing it up and down.
Mm-hmm. Anything else, Nano, from about the DX Racer? Anything else that people?
You know what I do? Yeah, if you are gonna get this chair, at the price range that it's at, there are a lot of options. This is what priced at $499, I believe.
Yes, the one that you got. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but there's also another one that's $519, $469. It all depends on what type of.
This is the Air D7200. There are a lot of options at that price point. So I would say research the frame that you're getting, whether you want mesh or something of a leather material. Like all that plays heavily into like buying an expensive chair like this.
Mm-hmm. No, that's good. That's good.
One thing I do regret is I should have gotten a cooler color.
Why?
Because I got the all black one, and it's nice. It fits my setup perfectly. But like I'm looking at the other colors, and they're actually really fun.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Let's see.
Like the white and cyan is the one that I probably would have.
That one looks pretty dope. That one looks really.
It's real
cool.
clean,
Yeah, really clean, really clean. Yeah.
So like, there's a lot of cool colorways for this. So if you're gonna get this chair, I recommend one of those. Like those look really cool. Like the all black one that I have, it's nice, but I'm kind of I see the other ones now, and I'm like, man, I should have gone with a better option.
Yeah, the white one is
the white one's really nice.
Fire, yeah, really cool, man. No,
but all in all, $499, not a bad purchase.
Yeah, definitely, that's good. And shout out to DX Racer. Thank you so much for sending us a review unit of the chair, and hopefully we get more of these now in the future, so we could talk about it on the show, man.
Hey, I love trying out chairs.
All right,
Keep sending them.
Yeah. All right, but thanks a lot, guys, and we'll be right back after this.
This is Gamer Tag Radio.
All right, so we're going to wrap it up here. Gamer Tag Radio episode 1212. Thank you, everyone, for listening. We'll be back next time. Send out your thoughts, all that good stuff. I would love to hear your thoughts about the show. And make sure to post on Discord. It's very active over there. And hopefully we'll read some of your comments on a future episode of GTR. We'll see. All right, until next time, I'm out. Take care. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening to Gamer Tag Radio. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.